again, and it's time for another retro rant. Basically, anything that goes on in retro gaming that just gets right on my tits and bores me piss. And yeah, this is it. It's end labels on friggin' Super Nintendo cartridges, or the lack of them. Now, you might say, that's a trivial thing, why does that matter? Basically, it makes displaying and storing these cartridges an absolute friggin' nightmare. Because when you come to look at all your Super Nintendo games, you just see a wall of friggin' grey and you don't know what it is. And if you've got a large Super Nintendo collection, you could be pulling out like 20 plus of these things, you know what I mean, before you actually find the game that you want. That's an absolute friggin' nightmare. Now, you could also say, listen, just store them like that, that's what I do. Well, that's fine, but it's not very space efficient as far as I'm concerned, especially how I store my games. I need it to be very, very, very space efficient, and storing all the games like this doesn't. And also, like, I might have a bit of an OCD, but it just looks odd when every other game, especially in cart form in my collection that I've got a loose cart of, is stacked at the side. But for some reason all my bloody Super Nintendo ones are going to be like this, and you might think, oh well, everyone had to deal with that problem. Well, not in the US. If you got a Super Nintendo cart in the US, you guys were lucky, you got, end labels. Whereas us here in the PAL regions, in the Super Famicom region as well, they didn't get any for some bizarre reason. Now as well, you could just say to us, listen, you can go and bloody stick an end label on the end. You can buy them on eBay. I've seen them for N64s. I mean, you know what happened with them carts, we all got screwed with end labels. But yeah, Super Nintendo carts, you can buy, an end label. I don't like it. I think it looks a bit tacky and it looks like it shouldn't be there. But ultimately, it doesn't answer the question of why Nintendo didn't have the foresight to put end labels on these carts in PAL regions and Super Famicom regions. I do realise you guys in America got end labels, you lucky bastards. But we didn't, and it makes finding bloody Super Nintendo carts in your collection an absolute friggin' nightmare. As well, you might say to us, we're just going out and get the bloody game box. You see how much Super Nintendo games bloody come boxed? That's a different rant for a different day. It's just friggin' astronomical now. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I'll leave it like I always do. Just say thanks very much for watching, people. Yeah, and just leave a like, a comment. I love some feedback. If you enjoyed it in particular, just maybe subscribe and follow us on Twitter at Mongoose on a uni. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, rant over. Champion. Thanks very much for watching, people. Catch you next time. Bye.